In this video, we are going to learn how to write our own number tricks. So remember, a number trick is only tricky if it leads you back to the same number you started with, or if it leads everyone to the same final number no matter what you pick to start with, like we did with 3 on the very first day. So let's go ahead and do an example together. So first, we are going to set up with a visual in the first column. We're going to do the expression next to it. And then finally, we're going to do the instructions, like what you would say aloud to the people you're giving your trick to. Okay, so the first step is always to pick a number. And our expression, that would mean that's like our starting variable. Could be different for anyone, so we're going to call that n. And the visual we've been using for that has been a box. Next, we have to make this a little bit messy. So let's make them do something with that number. Let's say that we want them to multiply by 6. Now our expression is going to be 6n, and our visual is going to be 6 boxes. Okay, now let's give them another step. You always want to have enough steps to make it complicated enough so that you can't immediately follow what's happening. Got to make it tricky after all. This time, let's add 3. So that now we still have our 6n, but we've added 3. And now we've got our 6 boxes, but we also have 3 units. Okay, and now we've probably made things complicated enough. Now let's start trying to bring it back to either the same number for everyone or the number that we started with. So in order to make this smaller again, I want to make dividing my next step. But I need to think about what I'm going to divide by, because not everything would work nicely. So I'm going to look at the visual to help me with this. So if I tried to divide by 2, well, I could divide my 6n's easily by 2. That would give me 3n on each side. But my 3 1s, those don't divide easily by 2. Okay. What about if I divide by 3? My 1s would divide easily by 3. And my 6n also divides easily by 3. And that would give me 3 groups of 2n plus 1. Let's do that. Let's divide by 3. That gives me 2n plus 1, 2 boxes and 1 unit left. You can see up here that what I've done is I've divided the 6 by 3 and I've divided the 3 by 3. And that gave me 2n plus 1. All right, so now I'm going to make it a little bit simpler again. So this time I'm going to say subtract your number. So that means one of the boxes is going to be gone. I'll just have one box plus a circle. That means I'll have n plus 1. And then now I have to decide, do I want to tell them to take away 1 or do I want to tell them to take away an n? I think I want everyone to end up with 1. So I'm going to give the same instruction. I'm going to say subtract your number again. And then in the end, everyone should be left with 1. Now, the final step should always be to pick a number and try it and make sure that it actually works. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to pick the number 5. You pick something different and we'll both try it. So my starting number is 5. This is, try it over here. My starting number is 5. I'm going to multiply by 6. That gives me 30. Add 3. That gives me 33. Divide by 3. That gives me 11. Subtract my number, so subtract 5. That gives me 6. Subtract 5 again. That gives me 1. Yes, it worked. Did it work when you tried it? All right, for our practice problem, I'm going to give you a partially completed number trick, and I want you to write down what the last step should be, assuming that we want to get back to the starting number. So we want each person to get back to the number that they started with. All right, so I've given the first 4 steps of the number trick, and I want to get back to the starting number. So I want to have n here, or 1 box here, and I need you to fill in what instruction goes here to make that happen. Once you found it, try it out with a number and make sure it actually works. We'll check this in class tomorrow.